always make sure you get the root out so they don't come back. See, this is how it should look. See that big long root on there? Yeah. Hello, welcome to another episode of Extreme School Makeovers. This is Raglan Powell Jr., your neighborhood hero. Alright, I'm not going to talk you long today because we got a lot on the plate today. We're going to restore the landscape beds. Alright, we're going to do some bed prep. We're going to be pulling weeds. We're going to be trenching beds. We're going to be pruning bushes. We're going to be mulching just to give the gazebo a nice effect, okay? Because, you know, we got to have, you know, keep it a safe place for the kids, all right? We're just going to try to revitalize it and keep it moving, okay? Because the teachers, the staff, and the students deserve a nice place to go hang out, go chill, to get a peace of mind, okay? So, like I said, we're going to keep this short and sweet. If you hadn't already, I want to say thank you for tuning in. If you hadn't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give it a big thumbs up, and leave a comment. All feedback is good feedback, in my opinion. Help out the channel a little bit, it'd be very much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be abreast of what the neighborhood hero has got in store for you. All right, so if you hadn't already, grab your cold cut grapes and your cherry Coke Slurpee. I'll see you in a minute. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. Keeping bushes and hedges trimmed isn't just about looks, it's about safety, cleanliness, and pride in our space. Overgrown shrubs can block walkways, hide trash, and even create security concerns. But when we prune and care for them, we're creating a more welcoming and vibrant environment. It shows that we care about where we learn and that we're invested in our school's appearance. A little pruning goes a long way in boosting morale and school spirit. This may seem small, but it makes a huge difference. Love you. As we're cleaning these beds out, these laripe, which most people call monkey grass, the new buds are starting to grow between the old buds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hand snips and I'm gonna snip them down as best as I can so we can get most of this dead out of here, because I don't want to disturb the new growth that's coming up. So when the new growth come up, it'll look much better up against this mulch and things of that nature. So let me show you what I'm talking about. See, with the laripe here, as you can see, you have new buds coming through here, and I don't want to disturb the new buds. So what I'm gonna do is take my time and cut some of this away with my pruning shears and my hand snips, just so I don't disturb what's going on. All right, so it's a process, but in order to get it right, it takes time. All right, see you in a minute.
Trenching dirt away from the concrete might not sound glamorous, but trust me, it's a game changer. When dirt piles up against the sidewalks or buildings, it traps water, and that leads to cracks, mold, and some serious odors. And where there's water comes insects. Plus, it makes the campus look messy when dirt is all over the concrete. By trenching it out, we're protecting the concrete, preventing damage, and keeping our schools safe and clean. It's like giving the concrete room to breathe. And nobody wants a sidewalk that crumbles under pressure. I hope they appreciate it. Love you. Cleaning the weeds out your beds, always make sure you get the root out so they don't come back. See, this is how it should look. See that big long root on there? Yeah. Making sure these things don't come back. Gotta keep it manageable because we don't know the next time somebody will come over here and clean this. So make sure you get the roots out when pulling weeds so you don't have to do it as often. All right, see you in a minute. Raking and smoothing the garden beds is like giving the garden a fresh haircut. It levels out the soil, makes everything look neat, gives you a chance to go back over and get any trash or weeds you missed, and gets the space ready for planting, mulching, or just a neat appearance. Plus, nobody wants to walk by a lumpy, chaotic patch of dirt after all this hard work. Raking it smooth says, we care. It's the final touch that turns a weed pulling mission into a full garden makeover. I hope they appreciate it. Love you. This right here is a real pet peeve of mine. I don't understand why people do it. The one thing you can't do is stop nature. This weed barrier, this plastic weed barrier doesn't stop anything at all. This is a euonymus, it's a plant, I'm gonna leave it here. This barrier doesn't stop anything at all. Only thing it does is get in the way. Okay, because one thing about it is you can't stop nature. What nature gonna do, nature gonna do. All right, you can't prevent it. You can spray, it's gonna eventually come back. You can put the tarp down, the weed fabric down. It's eventually gonna come through there within that year, for real. You can't stop nature. So if you want to put that fabric down, that's totally up to you, but to me it's useless, and I don't see why people waste the time and the money to put it down. As you can see, all these weeds that I pulled out of here can't stop nature. All right, love you.
the line that we got. So now we're ready to trench and define it even more. So this is the effects of the weed whacker. Okay, just putting a line there just to, you know, be a guideline for when I go ahead and trench. It'll be good to go. All right, I hope they love it.
Trenching the garden beds is key. It gives the beds a clean edge, keeps the mulch from spilling onto the sidewalks and grass, and helps the water stay right where the plants need it. Without a trench, mulch tends to wander, more like a mulch avalanche, and nobody wants a messy garden. Think of it like giving the bed a neat outline before adding the finishing touch. A little extra effort goes a long way in making the whole area look sharp and cared for. I hope they appreciate it. Love you.
That's it. That's all. I told you we had a lot going on today. So, but I hope they are appreciative of the space that we're giving them, and it's just all about revitalizing so they can have a nice, safe space where they can go hang out and get a peace of mind. Because in these days and time, wherever we can get a peace of mind, that's where we'll take it. All right. So, what one thing I do want to say is, if wherever you're at in your city or state, if your school could use this type of service, it doesn't matter what it is. Don't be afraid to reach out. The email is it should be somewhere in this video. More than likely, it'll probably be in the, somewhere in this video. Don't be afraid to reach out. Anything can be worked out. Okay, and I want to say thank you for tuning towards the end. There will be another episode of Extreme School Makeovers next week. We're going to get this space together. And we're going, after this school, we're going to trot to another school. We're going to go to another school. All right, we're going to go to another city. We're going to go to another state. It's all about shining a light on the places that matter. Okay? That's all we're trying to do is shine a light on the places that matter. Okay? And we're going to shine a light on these schools. All right? Because the students of the day, they really need whatever boost or whatever help they can get. And we're going to give it to them. As a community, we're going to give it to them. This is why we call it the neighborhood. All heroes don't wear capes. We ride lawnmowers. We got shovels, all right? And in this case, we got paint rollers. So whatever it is, we're going to get the schools right, okay? All right. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to reach out. The email should be up there. And I'll see you next week. Next Wednesday, same time. Love you.